Hey, y'all. What's going on? We're here tonight with the recap of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I hope you saw it last night. It was pretty good. It was interesting, right? There's some things to talk about from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recap last night. So I see y'all in the building. Thanks for joining. Mary, I see you. Hey, Tracy, Ty, April, what's up? August twin. Hey, girlfriends. I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. And Juanita, hey. We see y'all out there. Thanks for stopping by. Bringing my buddy up.
What's going on, everybody? And
Yes,
I am
yes.
eating today, as you guys can see the steam rising up off my plate. I'm eating.
Black Swan, I see you. What's up? Summer, I see you. Sheila, hey. Hey, Curb. What's going on? I see you
Oh,
out there. So listen, guys. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills came on last night. And you know what? It is still the gift that keeps giving,
oh,
right? Um,
mm.
Beverly Hills, some way, somehow, they always seem to give us a little show, right? So we start out with PK and Dorit. That's the opening scene. Girlfriends get said, eat on. Hey, Renee, we see you. We see you. B and BJ, was you in the house? I'm glad you're in the house. Hey, Tabitha. Hey, Miss Robin. So we're glad to see all of y'all, right? So they're at the dentist. And let me tell you something. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. PK got his teeth done. They look amazing. And so did Dorit. Dorit said she had got her teeth done way before PK did, or maybe after. I don't know. But she also talked about a charity, right? And her charity is Homeless Not Toothless. And listen, wait, oh wait, amen. I'm just watching the episode here for the reviews as I watch. Hey, we're glad you're in the building. So, the charity name is Homeless Not Toothless. Listen, it's a name, right? But I'm not going to go in on the name. Why? I'm just glad they have the charity. There's a lot of people out there that not even homeless, but they just can't afford to get dental work done. Dental work is expensive, okay?
Yes, it is.
Even when you have insurance, it's like sometimes for certain procedures, you still got to come out of pockets hundreds or sometimes thousands of dollars. So to have a program like this is amazing. I
Amazing.
think a lot of people, when their dental is not right, they're very self-conscious. And just because you're homeless doesn't mean, like they wrote in their little name of their charity, that you have to be toothless. And she says Sharon Stone is on the board of this particular charity,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, it's like you got to go to the dentist. First of all, cleanings are expensive. Okay, dental, just to get your teeth, the preventative plan care, your cleaners are expensive. Your dental bills can take you out. They're a lot of money, right? So Sharon Stone is on the board, and she talks about how she's going to have like a charity event, to talk about this homeless, not toothless. Dental bills are more painful than the procedures.
I worked in the dental office. I know, trust me. And the insurance will fight you tooth and nail before they even release the insurance payment that you was going there for. They would not give you the money if they feel like they don't, they tell you what they're gonna cover. But the office managers will sit there for at least 30 to 40 minutes fighting with them to get the money. So I
That's a
see,
shame.
and it's a
That's a
shame.
shame. But that the B and BJ, that is cute. You are right. The bills are more painful than the procedures. I'm trying to tell you, I paid $120 every 4 months, no insurance. That is
Hmm.
insane. That
Hmm.
we can. This could be a conversation for a whole nother day. But something has to be done, and I think I mentioned this before. Something has to be done with health insurance in this country. It's just absolutely insane. And listen, I'm not saying that a dentist or a doctor does not deserve their money, but I'm just saying that some of these insurance plans like pay a little bit more. Like it's just so pricey. Black Swan said very expensive. I did it without insurance or using what is that VA? What is that VA? What?
I think that's veterans assistance
Oh,
because
the
my
ver. Oh,
mom.
she wrote it. No, she wrote are using the VA clinic. She wrote it. She wrote it
Hmm.
underneath it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it is very expensive clinic. I got you. I got you. Thank you for that.
My mom do the same thing. Trust me.
Yeah, it's just crazy. So, that was a scene. So Dorit and PK there. So then we have a scene with Sutton and Crystal. You know what? I really like Sutton's store, but y'all already know I really like Sutton, right? Even though Sutton, go ahead. What was you gonna say?
I need to interrupt you, baby. I am so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But hold on, we need to go back to Dorit, who is irrelevant. We need to go to her.
Right.
Now, did anybody catch that scene? Now, Diva, you touched on it, but did y'all catch it?
Which catch what?
Sharon Stone is on the board of that
homeless, not
yes.
toothless. Yes.
But why is it that the charity is not well known? And Sharon Stone is a award winner. So if she was on the board, it should be. I'm not saying it should be worldwide, but it should be almost well known. Why is it taking Dorit, who's irrelevant, to put it out there?
Well, I mean, no. Listen, I just went to Google it and it came right up. I came right up. Nonprofit organization in Los Angeles, California. I think it's good that Dorit is kind of bringing it to light because she has the platform. We probably never heard of it, but maybe out there is pretty well known. But go ahead. What was you gonna say?
The reason why I say that is because she made a reference. It's like, well, the organization has not gotten a lot of light. So that's why I'm saying, like, how is it taking you, but Sharon Stone, who has multiple awards, but yet it's taking you to do it? I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you know what though? I appreciate her doing it because it's such a good cause.
Well, I am kind of being shady a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying. But I mean, I'm not saying it's not. I'm not trying to take that away from her. But I find it odd. An award winner, A-list celebrity who's on this panel can't get it out there, but you can.
Oh wait, me and BJ said the Obamas did an ad. They did an ad for homeless, not toothless.
That's my point.
Good. That's nice.
My point. Even the Obamas, they would get it out there. But Dorit, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to take away from that, but it just struck me as she said it's not getting a lot of light, so I can bring it to the platform, which is good. But why you?
Why not her, Canelo? I know you don't like her, but let it go. Why not her?
Don't get me wrong. I don't hate her.
Canelo. Kurt, you ready? Because I'm gonna bring you up. Okay.
I don't hate her now. Please don't get it twisted.
B and BJ says she lives in LA and she heard of it. Okay, so all right, so homeless, not toothless. I'm here for it. Look at you looking beautiful. We'll come through.
Come through, Purse. Looking good today.
Hold on,
is she coming through looking good to slay tonight? Is she trying to slay a read?
I love it.
I only be twisting the front row. It makes a big difference, huh?
Yeah, I love it.
She is looking gorgeous tonight. Look at her.
So yes, so Kirk is in the building, everybody. Okay, so I like it. I was here for PK and his new teeth. He was looking good.
He looked good.
So,
yes, he did.
Yeah, and so is Dorit. I love it. So now we go to Sutton and Crystal. Sutton's at her store. I love Sutton. I love this store. And Crystal came by. And you know what, Crystal, I really do hope she gets the help she needs because outside of all of the shenanigans, she does seem like a class act. I do really like her. I like when she appears, when she goes a one-on-one with somebody. But it seems like when she's in the group with the ladies, it kind of goes array and she kind of gets lost. That moment with her and Sutton's store, I thought it was everything. I thought it was a very nice moment between them. Like I said, I love her store. Sutton joked with her and said, do you want to come work with me? She said she pay on commission, and Crystal gave her like the side eye. Ain't coming here working for free because, and the cameras was shady because they spanned the store to pretty much show like it wasn't much in that store that could be sold so that somebody can make commission. They were being very messy. Okay. So Sutton did tell Crystal how Lisa blew up on her and told her to get out her house. Okay. She also said that the ladies kind of brought up her situation with her eating disorder. And she said it kind of wasn't brought up in a good light. And she said, which I do get. Crystal said that, you know what, this whole eating disorder, it seems strange to everybody else, but it's normal to me. And listen, everything becomes normal to you after a while when you've been in it so long. Okay. They said when you do something for so long, you don't even realize like the mess you're in or how long you've been doing it because you've been in it so long. It becomes your norm. It becomes your everyday thing that you just do. Right. So I just thought that was a really, really nice moment. What do you think? What did you think about the moment between Sutton and Crystal, Curves?
I love Sutton. You know, I'm a Sutton. I love her.
Okay,
And
so am I.
I liked when her and Crystal got to have that one-on-one. I feel like, especially after all that funk in the kitchen last year, like
Yes.
perfect, right? So I like a good reconciliation, and I hope they can carry it out. And even on Watch What Happened Live, she said they're in a good place now. But you're right. You're totally right. Crystal does well one-on-one. No, don't come
Yep.
in. Crystal does well one-on-one. My sons.
That's okay.
Setting. It's so interesting in a group setting. She turns into wallpaper, you guys. Like you
Yes.
don't even know she's there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think the eating disorder thing, that's harsh for those ladies to be talking about it. It's harsh for it to be out in public like this. And I just hope she gets the help that she needs, if she needs help.
Uh-oh. Well, uh-oh.
First,
You know what?
you know,
Okay, go ahead, Camilla. I'll let you speak and then I'll speak after you.
I love the camaraderie. I actually do like Crystal, but I just want her to stop having that victim complex. I know the eating disorder is a huge thing, and it does, it is a mental illness, but don't tell these women everything because you see what they've done. And then she also made it known that Lisa did bring it up when they talked, and Sutton did say it wasn't in a good light, which it really wasn't. Sutton and Garcelle were the only two that stayed out of it. If you notice, all the rest of them just partaked in it like it was some hot topic. Crystal, if she just gets some help, that woman has a gorgeous body. I wish she could see that. I wish she can see it like we do and don't harm herself anymore from, not being able to eat. Excuse me. She can do a vegan diet and stay healthy if that's what she want to do. But I know, like she said, it is a norm for her, but it looks weird to us. I'm just saying. So, but it was all a good. It was a good scene. I love them too. I really like them.
I did too. I liked it a lot. I like seeing Sutton in her store. I just like Sutton. I'm a Sutton girl, right? So we go to Diana's house, right? And I will say this. Her is he the fiance? Is that what we're gonna call him? The fiance. He was at the piano, playing the piano and singing a song. I really felt that he sung better just sitting there playing the song on the piano than he sounded at the Christmas party. So he sounded like he could do a little something. Hey, good boy. He sounded like he could do a little something when he was just in the house freestyling, playing on the piano. Now, I hate to say this, but Diana seems more like his mom than the mate. Diana talked about how she's trying to have another baby. So I get it because, she wants little mama to have a sibling, a sibling that is around the same age. So she talked about that and she said that she loves having babies. And hands down, I got to give it to Diana. That house is everything. That house is everything. It's a gorgeous home. Okay. Curtis, what did you think about this scene in Diana house? With Asher. Am I saying his name right?
I think his name is Asher.
Yeah. And did he play?
Or is it Pia Zadora?
Oh my God. And listen,
you know who Pia Zadora is, right?
And didn't he sound good singing there better than he did at the Christmas party?
Well, that's because Erika's drunk ass wasn't interrupting him. you know. And but that was cute. Yeah. And what's up with her in these tracksuits? Is she in Glee? Is she trying out for the coach on Glee? She
You
wears
know what?
tracksuits for Mrs. Roper freaking moo things. Or that gold was nice, but that was beautiful. That gold she had on last night. But
Yeah.
yeah, she kind of stays in tracksuits around the house. Interesting. But she just had a baby, and that's comfy. That's okay. That's okay. But her house is cute, and Asher can sing better when Erika's not in the room.
And I know you mentioned you wait. That's a myth, Canelo. Vegan diets consist of more fat, which will probably drive Crystal up a wall. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you have to
Okay.
be really careful. I mean, I think that it's a condition that Crystal needs help.
Yes.
And I think that once she gets help, no matter what she eats, well, I'm not saying she can eat crazy, but you understand
Right.
what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
She will be able to, handle herself well. And Crystal works
Mm-hmm.
out.
Yeah.
So she just
She'll
needs
be
help.
good.
I don't
Yep.
care. You didn't care for that tracksuit. Yeah, she was Gucci down, Diana. But again,
Yep.
Diana is not a dresser either, really, to be honest with you. She's
Yeah.
not a dresser. Like she has rare moments, and her rare moment was the charity event, which, like you said, Curls, when we get there, I really did like the way she looked at the charity event. Hands down, she did do a good job. But other than that, I don't know. So anything else about that scene, Canelo?
We're gonna have to look. I had to skip this scene because she drove me up. Can we outlaw this? I'm so sick of that. Every time you look at,
Oh my God.
really? Can we outlaw that? I'm so sick of her. Really? Ugh.
That's just something that she does. I don't get it.
It's on my nerves. I'm like,
Yeah.
Diana, really? It is.
Yeah, she doesn't impress. You know what? I mean, she doesn't impress none of us. She was not a great addition, and I think we all know she's not going to make another season. She's not really giving us anything. Her scenes are her scenes. She's kind of just there. But I mean, the man, I think he redeemed himself a little bit because he sounded much better when he was playing in the house when it was just her like walking down his stairs. So now Kyle and Erika. Erika comes to Kyle's house. She has a trainer there. They're stretching her, got a little sun bath thing going on. Erika is very flexible, right? And they talk about Erika, her dating situation, but Erika, she's saying that she's not dating, she's just having sex. But that's been her whole kind of situation this whole entire time. Wake up, boy, what are you talking about? What she got $250 million. What are you
Money
talking
don't
about? What are you
matter.
talking about,
Money
Diana?
don't matter.
Yeah,
Money
money
can't buy
does
you
not
class.
matter.
Money
Thank you.
can't buy you class.
You better see him get. Luann said it best. Money can't buy you class. She got 250 million, and she still ain't got no class. If she going around, if she doing that, what kind of class you got?
Is that what
So,
happens?
I don't listen. I don't know. Diana. She's a strange one. She's very different. But I'm not going to miss her when she's gone. I will say that. Wait, somebody said I heard a person who has an eating disorder said that receiving compliments encourages them to continue the behavior. That does happen for some of them. That really does happen for some of them.
I've heard that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and my link should be pinned to the top for anybody that wants to come up. Okay, so Kyle and Erika, they meet at Kyle's house. They have this scene. The trainer's there. They're stretching out, and then but Erika told Kyle, she was like, "Listen, Garcelle, pretty much." She said, "Garcelle is a problem. Garcelle is always talking about me and my drinking, and I don't have a drinking problem, right?" And she says Garcelle was not coming from a good place when Garcelle wants to bring up Erika's drinking and pills or whatever. So Erika's feeling some kind of way about Garcelle. What do we feel about that? I mean, do I think that Garcelle brings it up a lot? Absolutely. Do I think that Garcelle is coming from a good place? I don't know. I'm still trying to fill that out. So, Camilla, what do you think about that?
Okay, let me say this. Okay, not okay. Garcelle ain't coming from a good place, but when has ever Erica come from a good place? When I was supporting her, she drugged everybody down for filth. I mean, she went after any and everything that everybody had, especially when they was talking about Kim's situation. When Lisa Rinna brought the whole Kim, being an alcoholic situation up, she even talked about it. So it's like Garcelle may be using it as a story plot, but I don't think she's coming. Oh God, Gabo. You really want to fight tonight, don't you? But anyway, she she may use it for a story device, but I kind of got the feeling she was kind of concerned until she came after her son. Once she did that, that's when she started using it as a weapon against Erica. Because what you're not gonna do is come for my child, and what you're not gonna do is try to sleep with my married son. So if you want somebody to, tangle with, you go find them old biddies that you always go after and get their money and do it with them. But you won't do it here. And then not only that, she's going after Sutton. Now y'all know she told Garcelle to her face, like, I think you would be better off without Sutton. Sutton is a liability. But yet Garcelle looking at her like she's a liability, but what about you? So Erica got her nerves. I mean, I still like her this much, but I'm not supporting her. I can't.
So wait,
Especially after,
Danelli made a point. Hold on one second, Canelo. Garcelle don't care for Erica, and I wish she would just say that. Garcelle doesn't care for Erica. I am in agreement with you.
she
Now,
did
Erica
that.
has,
She did it.
yeah, Erica hasn't been stretched that good since the time she conceived her son. Come on, Mel, don't do that because Erica said all she doing now is getting it in. Okay, says she's just getting it in. She's getting it in. Garcelle brings up her drinking just as much as Erica brings up having a lot of sex. Okay, Erica need to stay single so she don't have to break up when she goes to prison. Oh bye. Okay. 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 Lee said alcoholics do not like anyone discussing their drinking. That is true. That is true. Garcelle needs to come from Garcelle needs to come from a bad place. You cussed her son out and went after her married son. Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Lorraine is saying that Gabor needs to come get you straight, Canelo.
Lorraine.
Listen, now this I will say, it doesn't go well when you're trying to call, and I'm not saying she's an addict, but get what I'm saying. When you try to call an addict out on their behavior, it doesn't go well. It doesn't go well. It usually goes left. So Curves, what did you think about Erika telling this to Kyle that Garcelle is not coming from a good place? What I also didn't like was they was joking about the name of the charity. What pissed me off with that is Kyle is big on charities. Matter of fact, she just gave her charity event earlier in the season, right? Mm-hmm. So it's almost like, here it is, you gave your event, everybody came and supported your event in your house. And now Dorit is having hers, and you want to make a mockery of the name of the charity. I mean, the name is different. I'll just put it like that, to say the least. The name is different. But to make a mockery of it, I didn't like it. But go ahead, Kurz. What do you have to say?
Okay, so two things. So the name was elitist and vain. And for the price of teeth, they can have housing and some dentures. So leave them alone. That was like, that's all the vanity of that, please. Like, that's like, I understand people need teeth and everything, but that was like all about vanity, And then as far as Little Miss, I don't have a drinking problem. Little Miss, yes, you do, because you can't not drink without taking prescription drugs and then having sex all over the place, Little Miss. You can't even stick to chamomile tea after you promised the lady whose son you tried to sleep with and whose younger son you cussed out that drinking was the issue and that you would be watching that. Therefore, that gives me, as Garcelle, permission to watch what you're tipping. It gives me permission to watch the grease that's in your elbow. It gives me permission to see how many vodka tonics you're taking with your Prozacs or whatever you're on, lady. It gave me permission to do that because I gave you a pass by not cussing you out the way all the other Black people in the United States wanted me to cuss you out because you said you had a drinking problem. So now I get to look at you all season. I get to bring it up every time because you basically shut me down by saying, oh, I know I drink too much. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'll watch it. Remember she did that?
She did. She did.
I get to all every time you bend your elbow, it better be chamomile tea or I'm going to say something. And I feel
You
like
better preach. You better preach. Preach.
I feel like she did care initially about Erika's drinking, even prior to the cuss out and trying to sleep with Oliver, because her and Erika were trying to remember. She said she was going to give Erika a second chance, and da 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 da. And Garcelle is willing to let bygones be bygones. She's not really a grudge holder from what I've seen. So I feel like she was trying to let it, like, coming from a good place initially when she brought it up, because it's very concerning, especially with somebody like Oliver in your life, who you've seen this road. You know it can happen. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't say all that. She didn't say all. Well, no, she told Garcelle that she was going to watch her drinking and that it was a problem and she wasn't supposed to be doing it because she was on medication. She said that out of her own mouth. Little miss. She did say that. And that's not okay. And then Kyle needs some freaking, she needs to go to the Botox people. Because I'm seeing all kind of jowls. I'm seeing all kind of lines. I'm like, I never realized that her top set was like that. I didn't know that was happening on Kyle. I don't know if it comes from stirring the pot and not having your own authentic storyline that you start showing all your wrinkles all the time. But yeah, Kyle is Kyle, and her house was her house, and that was just something so they could talk about Garcelle. And you see how they always coming after Garcelle and Sutton. There's the Fox 5 or whoever they are, their issue is that Garcelle has a friend because they were coming for her this year after they got rid of Denise. They're mad about it. And the reason they're calling her a liability is because they needed her by herself to be able to attack her properly, and she has backup. And that's the problem. And I'm not buying Little Miss. I don't have a drinking problem. Pat my puss. I like cannibals. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. A drinking problem. Don't bend your elbow.
You better preach.
If you don't
so Mel, you have entered the building. What do you want to add to this conversation?
Hey everybody, I had to put down my dishes because I was washing dishes. I was typing in check. I had to put down these dishes. But I want to say about Erika. You see, for Erika, I would tell her this, Miss Erika, respect is earned, not stolen. And I know because you were married to your husband, you see, he stole everything he wanted. You feel like if you steal people's respect, that's how you're going to get it. But you don't get it that way. It's earned. So every time you drink and mess up, and every time you talk about what you did and what you don't want to do and who you care about, who you don't care about, you're disrespecting yourself. So the ladies look at you cross-eyed, ain't nobody problem but your own. She makes me mad because the simple fact is she thinks that people owe her something. Nobody owe her the time of day, quite frankly. I really don't think they owe her anything but, a high and a buy. So I think that Erika is really entitled, and she thinks that people need to sit there and just look at her being messy and mean and think that it's all good, like Kyle and Lisa Rinna. They kiss her butt, but the other girls don't have to. And that's the thing. You see, the thing is for me too is that I don't hate Erika, but I just think that she needs to really recognize that some of the ladies are not scared of you, and some of them don't respect you. So deal with it and stop grilling them. That's why I like next week is. Yeah, you cross the line with Garcelle's son, and she has every right. And mind you, she didn't bust your ass like she should have, but now she's going to constantly call you out on this drinking thing that you're doing. Stop getting so flustered by your own behavior. You married a criminal, and then he had all these issues. Those issues had nothing to do with people in the cast at all. And you drinking and sleeping around Beverly Hills got nothing to do with the cast either. So come on now.
But Mel, I have to address you. You make me sick because you sit over here about to make me choke on my food. What are you saying?
I had to put down my dishes. I had to.
I'm over here eating. I'm about to die because of you.
So here's the thing. I do agree with you, Mel. Like Erika, you know what? She does feel like she feel like she's owed something. She feels like, you know what? Y'all mad at me, but listen, I'm living a horror. She said, I don't want to be in this house. I don't want to be living this life that I'm living right now. Did you catch the confessional where it was like she was the victim and woe is
Yeah.
me? It's like, listen, I used to have this great life where I was able to fly on private jets, do whatever it is I wanted to do. And now I'm here in this house, which, okay, a lot of people will love that house, okay? And she kills me how she claims and tries to claim like everything is still so old. Oh, these shoes are old, this dress is old, like,
You know,
almost as if like I can't buy anything new. And it's like, woe is me.
but you know what,
Girl,
Diva,
yes, Sheila, you caught that. I was like, is she in the confessional really saying this?
but Diva,
I think
yeah.
yes.
I was gonna say, but
Go
we
ahead.
just said last night with Nene, we ain't gonna go down that road, but we said that she took some action that now she's having consequences with. The same
Yeah.
thing applies to Erika. Erika, nobody told you to marry this sketchy man. So now that you're living in this property that you say that you're hurting in, there ain't nobody responsible. Now you accept that. Accept your life for what it is, the one that you created. And the choices that you made, and stop blaming the cast members, even the people who enable you. Stop that. You see somebody else on that cast from another season would be tell me, even Giselle would say, wait a minute, bitch, listen, let me get into you real quick. I can't sit here anymore and let you blame me for stuff that happened 10 and 20 years ago. I can't do that. I'm trying to have a good time. Stop being this mean white woman, honey. Stop it.
Yeah. Fifi said, child, and she takes no accountability. Pay the victims. I
Thank
think
you.
that's the problem everybody's having with Erika, right? I was having fun at the beginning of the season with drunk Erika that want to go have sex with everybody. I got a little kiki, ha ha out of it. I really did. But now, you know what? She makes you like turn the corner and not like her again, because that confessional, I was like, okay, is she really this out of touch?
And
Um,
Andy,
Andy, it was
Andy
last
noticed
year,
too.
Diva.
Yes.
It was last year. All of that came right after. Remember, after they left Lake Tahoe, and that whole statement came out about her and Tom. The legal issues. It came out then, and she started playing the victim then. It just went straight down until we got to the reunion. Once her and Tom divorced, it came out at the reunion, and then you're gonna see that was in the trailer for this season. She said she don't give a f about the victims. So
Right.
what that tells you right there?
And can I ask this to Camilla and everybody? So you know what was so funny when the girls in New York City years ago was sort of axed because it became too toxic. They said at one point the viewers made a big decision because sometimes you have a score when you're on television about if people find you likable. This woman cannot be very likable. So Andy really is not doing his job if he's letting this person who's dragging down the storyline, not really moving anywhere. You're constantly in the court case. You're mean and you're attacking the cast members. What does she bring into the show besides just a heavy feeling? She's not likable. She deserved to be pushed to a friend of the show or something. Not as a
I'm gonna
are
tell
you talking
you.
about? Hold on one second. Are you talking about Erika?
yes, Erika.
But
She's
see, you
negative.
know what, Erika? See, Andy and the whole reality show production and cast, I'm not saying cast, the production and producers, they don't care nothing. The only thing they care about is ratings. So
Hmm.
you got to think that Beverly Hills is number one right now,
Yeah.
right? On a consistent basis.
Yes.
I mean, RHOBH got his ratings up, I guess, 2 episodes in a row or something like that. But on a consistent basis, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has been up there, number one, right?
Yeah.
And it really hit big when Erika and her whole drama started. And she was like, he fell off the cliff. He didn't fall off the cliff. The car rolled over 10 times. So she brought in the ratings for them. And I think people are still tuning in to see exactly how this story is going to turn out with her, right? So I think people are waiting for the corner to turn somehow, like to see, is she going to get sued and really like big time and have to pay? Are we going to see her go destitute over this situation? So right now she's their money maker,
Mm.
and they're not going to take her off that show, right?
And I
Go
will.
ahead, Curve.
I
Oh,
kind of
I'm
feel
sorry.
like they should take her off the show though, because
Uh-huh.
they're actually making us, the viewers, kind of pay for her to be able to pay the people back by allowing her to have the show on the show where we have to tolerate her and her unapologetic behavior. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
she gets paid because we watch, right? And if we didn't watch, she wouldn't get paid. So I think she shouldn't be on there because I don't feel like paying her to pay back the victims. She stole from the victims. Her and Tom stole from the victims, allegedly, at least the court things say. I don't feel like having to pay that bill. Take her off the TV till she gets everything settled, and then maybe bring her back and show us what she's doing to make some money now that she paid the people back or something like that. But I don't want to be complicit in having to pay back the people that I didn't steal from the burn victims. That's not fair to me.
Yeah. Good boy, you're in the building. What's up?
Hey, Diva. Hey, Canelo. Hey, Larja.
buddy?
What's good, Mel?
How you doing, Mr. Gabor, Mr. Andy? How you doing?
I'm good. But, I just want to know, do we know if Erika has something to do with it? I mean, has that been proven?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
If it hasn't been proven, she wouldn't have been served. Now would it?
I mean, that was her husband, though.
No.
No,
They served her
she
at the
got served
airport.
personally.
But
She got
she didn't
served
make it.
personally.
She didn't make it no better about what she told Kyle, and Kyle was laughing at it, but she was dead serious when she told Kyle, "Girl, what's your password so I can get in your phone and order me some stuff and send it to my house." She was, you know what I'm saying? She was dead serious. She was dead serious. I'm tired of Diva. I'm tired of wearing these two little clothes. I can barely fit in these shoes. I can barely fit in this dress. I need some more stuff.
Oh my God, you're going crazy. I agree with him on that. I do agree. But I wanted to say this. I wanted to add to what Curtis and Diva was saying. The reason why Bravo will not take her off because they want to follow that court case. They're waiting to see how far they're gonna if she's gonna be on the stand like they were gonna do Jen, but Jen pleaded guilty. So Erika's not gonna plead guilty. So until they see because she's got summons to go to court. So I'm quite sure next season we're gonna probably see her go before a jury and a judge to see if she's gonna have to pay this judgment. Mm-hmm. That's what Bravo is waiting because they know if we keep watching, that's gonna happen. That's gonna drive their ratings up. Mm-hmm. That's why.
Well, how about this though, Canelo, and to everybody, they had never fired a criminal, right? So Jen Shaw is still filming.
They only fire liars. Wow. They don't fire hardcore criminals. They only fire liars. Cough, cough, Phaedra.
Well, you know what? Well, that's the truth. No, that's fact. Wait, thank you for the super sister. Hey, Diva. Hey, support. Sending love for Tampa. Hey, hey, thank you so much. So you know what? Well, Curtis, you had added a curveball to the conversation. You are correct. Phaedra had to go because of lies, and they all tell lies, but the criminals get to stay. Well, we may have to bring Barbara to court on another day. We ain't got time tonight, but you are correct. You are absolutely correct. I never thought about that. But Shaw stayed. Teresa Giudice stayed. And a matter of fact, they didn't film one whole year while she was locked up.
They sure did. They sure did.
So they have got us used to seeing the criminals right before our eyes on the TV screen. So that's why I'm saying they're not going to push Erika out the door because they care about the ratings, right?
Well, you know
Vicky lied about the cancer.
Yes, I forgot about that because Brooks, they fired Vicky like 3 seasons after Brooks was gone.
The cancer thing. Yeah. But I was going to say this too. I was going to say you're absolutely right, Miss. Everybody's right. I was going to say, but I was going to go back to Gabor. That was very funny because I was going to say Erika. I just thought about it. And every scene that Erika goes to people's houses, she is looking at their clothing. She's looking at their jewelry. She's looking at their password. I'm like, damn, that's true. Because she was saying with Diana, I want to know if I could fit that. I'm like, oh my God, she really is. Go ahead.
Yeah, and she was telling Diana that she wanted her to pay for her ring and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just so off-putting.
Oh
but she ain't the only
neighbor.
But she ain't the only one begging Garcelle begging too now. Now come
we
on now.
Garcelle, but this ain't about Garcelle though.
I mean, if we gonna talk about Erika begging, then we gonna talk about Garcelle begging.
We always talk about Garcelle.
Right in that
When Crystal told her that the girl was paying for her stuff, and she said she didn't even know Diana that well. That's why all of a sudden Diana became rude. If you watching the show real good, all of a sudden Diana rude when she wouldn't pay for Garcelle's stuff.
We're trying to tell y'all. You know, the truth got to be the truth. The truth got to be the truth. But wait a minute. What did y'all think? Did I ask you? What did y'all think about Kyle joking about the charity name? It was dead wrong. Gabor, how did you feel about that?
About her joking about the charity name?
Yes.
She didn't respect it. That's why she came in this charity starting mess.
Yeah, you know what?
That's true. Yeah.
You are correct.
And I don't like that. If that's supposed to be your friend, support her, but you ain't gotta just put everything down like she the queen bee of the show. I don't like how.
Yeah.
I don't like how. You know what I'm saying? Everybody charities and stuff don't make sense to me. I feel like it's a slippery slope because I mean, if we gonna fix your teeth, you're gonna have to have a home to take care of them. If you ain't got no home to take care of them, then we defeating the purpose. You ain't got no running water to feed you ain't got no running water. You ain't got no mirror to floss the teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Good boy, crazy.
Well, no, listen, they're going to send you to another charity to get your home and stuff. We just here to fix your teeth.
Well,
now go down the street and they're going to help you with your home, and go across the street and they're going to give you some clothes. Now, come on, don't do that. I'm just here to fix your teeth. Homeless, not toothless, okay?
Charity is great, but I think a lot of these charities are for the rich people to feel like they're doing something because
they don't make sense.
Stuff doesn't need to be done in that way. Like, is it really helping?
Right. I think you make.
Yeah, it's helping you. You gotta have some teeth to chew your food.
But you have to have some too.
I was gonna say you gotta have some
water.
Food. I was gonna say you gotta have some food first, because the thing is, you give the people some teeth. What they gonna do? Chew up the sidewalk or something? Like,
I mean, we seen PK teeth, and we know he had a home.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my goodness! Let's not talk about them things. I know my teeth don't look good, but
okay. So now listen, let's get to this charity event, okay? Listen, Dorit knows how to throw a party. We got to give it up to her, right? When Dorit throws something at her house, the food is there, the entertainment is there, the decor is there, and Dorit always comes out dressed to kill, right?
And the heater, also the food diva, and also the heater is working. Even if she have the big old sliding door, even if it's cold outside and that big old sliding door is working, the heater is on.
That's true. No, listen, facts. We got to tell the truth. Sutton didn't have no heat. Lisa Rinna didn't have no heat. And Garcelle didn't have any heat. And those are just the facts.
I know they facts, but good boy is behind.
But wait, Garcelle and Sutton was giving out coke. Lisa Rinna had to give out a shoe. Was it Lisa that had to give out the shoes?
No, that was Sutton that gave out the shoes.
The Sutton had to give out the shoes. Okay, and at Lisa's house they just was cold. Okay, so yes, it was a whole hot mess. The only ones that had heat is probably Kyle, Diana, okay, and now Dorit. So they're at the house. It's the black and gold, and she said, you know what? Who can't get black or gold right? That's the deck. That's the the colors for tonight, right? Come in your black and gold. So Dorit, hands down, she killed it. But doesn't she always? Remember the last season where I don't know where her wedding dresses are now, and if they still being sold. But when she came out with the wedding dresses, she looked cute that night too. So Dorit always brings it, right? So she was nice. Okay, she looked beautiful. Okay, who else was with Kathy?
Hated it.
I like Kathy, but that was not looking good. And she got money.
Just going to the store. Okay, Diana, we got to give it up. Diana looked nice.
She looked nice.
Diana looked really nice, right?
And she didn't do this. She didn't do this.
Yeah, okay. Well, was that yellow? I think it was a yellowish gold. I don't know what it was, but she was giving me life. It was a nice outfit. Now,
I think that might have been Dubai gold.
Yeah,
Dubai gold is that yellow.
She looked like a chic extra from The Wiz.
Yellow.
But listen. She looked good, right? And somebody said those wedding dresses were stunning. So she looked good. So now, Erika, are we going to have to call Peter on her? Why everywhere she goes, no matter what she's wearing, she got to throw on either, I don't know if it's a faux fur or if it's a real fur, but she always has to throw some fur over her outfit.
Yeah, Erika
every single time.
I think her inspiration is, that's right, Cruella de Vil. That's who it is.
But Diva, why did she show up looking like she was trying to sell something? She can't. You're going to a charity event. She looked like she was trying to sell something.
The boy, she's going to work afterwards.
That's what
she's going to work after.
But the boy that she's advertising. She say a couple of episodes that she was going in that business of the S&M. So she advertising to the husband. That's what she.
And her outfit was an epic fail. Erika's outfit was an epic fail. That dress was horrific. Then she threw the fur over it. The shoes were tragic.
Lisa really loved them. Lisa said,
yeah, it was terrible, right? Now let's give it up. Crystal looks stunning.
Yes, she did.
Crystal dresses up so nice.
Yes.
Crystal dresses up nice.
Yes,
She does. Crystal, yeah, Erika was going for slutty. Yeah, Erika was going for slutty. She was a hot mess, okay? So, yeah, Crystal looked absolutely stunning. She looked amazing, okay? Kyle looked nice. I mean, it was what it was.
But when they turned the lights on, we saw all the cracks and wrinkles in Kyle's face.
They were afraid of the light. They said, no light, no light.
Kyle missed her appointment. Yes. Erika's dress was definitely inappropriate, right?
Of course.
Kyle missed her appointment to get her Botox or whatever. It was not a good look. Remember that's what Kyle's husband said, her dress was too short. Yeah. You know what, Mauricio and PK, they are problems. They're problematic. Yeah, they're problematic to say the least. Okay. Yeah, they're messy. Erika is living in her past lifestyle, the rich and famous. but back to the trailer park.
Miss Lily.
Oh my God.
Definitely, yes, you did see those cracks. Okay. Did you notice Erika keeps making her way around Crystal's husband after making that comment about the threesome?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yeah. Because she was sitting up there talking to PK and
Mauricio.
Crystal Man. No, it was Crystal.
Oh,
Man.
It was Rob. Oh, okay.
It was Rob, and you see Crystal run that household because you remember Rob said that he was trying to buy a gold jacket to go with the outfit, and Crystal told him no. Crystal run that household.
Yes, she does, and he loved her to death.
I want to be like Crystal when I grow up.
Yeah, what? Okay, I want to be Crystal. Yo, she looked that dress with everything. She just had on a simple black, and she killed it. Okay. See, y'all think I don't like Garcelle? Garcelle's face was beautiful.
I liked her.
Even the shade. I see it coming. The shade.
No. I just said her face was beautiful.
That's what you ain't say nothing about the dress.
And no Botox. No Botox.
No Botox. But was it? Listen, y'all can tell me if it was me. Why was you being too friendly with the dentist who is married and sitting there with his wife? Was she being a little too friendly, or that was just me?
It was.
I don't think so.
I don't think it was like what Erika. I don't think she was different like Erika.
Definitely.
But I mean, I mean, the thing is, they advertised him being married, but I don't know if Garcelle knew. But I don't. If she did know, she knew what to do and not go overboard like Erika. Talking about, you want to do a threesome? Ask your wife. Tell her I'm down for it.
Come on, Cornello. She was making a joke, Cornello. You got on a shirt with lube on it. Come on, Cornello. Let's stop.
I agree with Esther.
Oh my God.
And I liked her hair and I like her makeup. But I want her to get one of those lace front that she has. She doesn't have to have baby hairs, but I want to be able to see the sides of her hair. She always just like parts it like this and then does that weird stuff where it's a wig because you can't see any edges. So I need her to get with Portia's naked hair installation or something like that and get a proper lace front and not just this straight part front wig.
But can I say something? Y'all don't jump on me. I just want to say it, but
no,
all season, I don't think that Garcelle, the ponytail wasn't matching the top of her head. You know what I'm saying? The textures was different. The same way look Erika Jayne. The textures, Erika Jayne, her color is different from the top of her head to the ponytail. And Garcelle looked like they just threw that ponytail at the end of her. It's always a way that looks
ponytail
cheap.
was worse.
It's cheap.
It is, but you know what, good boy, the Garcelle fans are not going to admit to it. But hold on, wait, Dawn, why did you leave? But Dorit is 100% for her parties, events. Rinna's dress was on them. Diana was okay for me at the top. The bottom not. Kyle, no. Crystal great. Garcelle, Sutton, and Kyle were okay. I do agree. Come on, yet. Yes, the dentist was flirting. The dentist was flirting with Garcelle. Get out of here.
Yeah, because he knows black doesn't crack. He knew that.
That one is though.
Oh, good boy.
He's not cracking.
It It ain't as bad as Hobb, but
She looks better than all them hoes.
Thank you, Curve. Thank
She
you,
looks
Curve.
better than Dorit, because Dorit needs fillers and stuff. She don't need none of that.
And Garcelle says she don't even do Botox.
Child.
Whether it's true or not, but she said she did. I believe her.
So, and Lisa Rinna was okay, but we'll get to Lisa Rinna and her drama in a minute.
Can I say something though? I think that it looked like to me, if it was a black and gold event, I thought it would be understood that everybody would be wearing black and gold. To me, it felt like Lisa Rinna and Diana was trying to steal the event because I don't understand why they would come up in an all gold dress. You know what I'm saying? To me, it gives me like trying to upstage the event or something. You know what I'm saying? Those dresses were too big to be trying to play background.
And I understand what Gabor going, but they couldn't do it because Dorit outshined them on top.
But wait, Gabor, we got to step back for a minute. But Crystal had on all black.
So yeah, everybody had on all black, but it's like they came in with these gold outfits. You know what I'm saying? That is an event. If somebody say, you know what I'm saying? Gold is a big color. You know what I'm saying? And
but can you give it up? Can you give it up for Diana? That gold was nice.
You know, I like Diana, but I didn't like it on her.
Oh my God, Gabor. Okay. Wait, and they agree with you, Gabor. Listen, but Diana, I thought Diana, and you know, sometimes Diana is definitely a miss. I thought she got it. I thought she, you know, she did well at the charity event. I really liked her overall look. I gave it up to her. Lisa Rinna, I thought it was okay. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I thought it was okay. Do you know what I mean?
I liked it when Mary Cosby wore that dress too.
Ooh, child.
What dress? What dress?
That's the same dress that Mary Cosby wore to the reunion on Salt Lake City.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
She looked like a Christmas tree. Which one?
Wait, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Canelo. Don, you in the building. What do you want to add to this conversation?
Well, I just wanted to say something quick about what what's her name, Diana, the whore.
Well.
What she had on, she looked like that cheap gold jewelry that be in the middle of the mall. She did not look good.
Yeah, she didn't look good to me either.
Now see, Dawn, you coming up here with some mess. you coming up here with some mess. I thought you had something good to say.
Y'all saw y'all walk past that cheap
mess.
jewelry in the stand in the middle of the mall. That's what she looked like. She's cheap, and that dress looked cheap.
Diana?
Oh, you heard Gabor feelings, man.
I think Dorit looks cheaper than Diana.
Oh, come on, yeah, I gotta get the Dorit ate last night. Now, come on now, Lord. Now we gotta give credit what credit is due. Now, Dorit shut the girl down.
Nothing.
Dorit shut the girl. All right, Garcelle, you don't gotta get nobody nothing now. You gotta get nobody nothing now.
Well, you know what? I do have to give it to Dorit. Dorit may steal them fashions because we know her and PK got them tax frauds and stuff going on. We don't know how she getting that money. She probably, she just took them wedding dresses and put them up in the closet for a rainy day, but she damn looked good. Every time.
Why we gotta make excuses for how everybody got their money? They got it though. You know what I'm saying? Like they got their money. They ran away with the bag. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta make excuses about how everybody got their money.
But
like we not going Canelo, we're not going to question the funds until we have to question the funds, right? We never, that whole time before we found out about Erika and her husband, we never questioned their funds, okay? We let it be what it was. So we got to let everybody be what it is until we find out differently, okay?
However, y'all are correct. Y'all are so correct. We never heard about Erika and Tom's situation until last season, until before they start filming. However, you hear about Dorit, PK's every single year after the show ends, and they get ready to talk about it on the show. Then here comes stunts and shows to keep us from talking about it. But it's always out there. That's the point. They pick it so we won't talk about
it. Listen, let me tell you something. Vita 25, Vita 25, we like Garcelle, but we gotta call it for what it is. We love Garcelle, but she does need help with the wardrobe. She needs a stylist. Go ahead.
Yeah, last night she was in second or third place. I give her that. But I mean, Dorit was the belle of the ball. Let's be. I mean, you know, what nobody else outdressed Dorit at her event.
Exactly. Listen, here's on the lineup about last night. Here's the lineup. Dorit was number 1. Crystal came in second. I'm giving Diana third place. I'm sorry, y'all. Diana gets third place for me. And then maybe I'll slide in. Am I sliding in Garcelle?
Lisa?
Okay, Lisa's fourth. Garcelle is 5th. And the rest of them can come in whatever order because they all about on the same level. So that's my lineup right there. But hands down, Dorit is number 1 and Crystal comes in second. Point blank, period. Go ahead, Canelo. Who's first and who's second and who's third?
Dorit, Crystal, Garcelle.
Garcelle is 3?
Yes, she is. And I give it to Kyle, number 4. And Lisa,
I don't even remember what she had on. But okay, but I can't mess with your list. Okay, fine. Hers, what is your lineup here for the outfits last night?
I'm gonna give Garcelle number 1.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna give Garcelle number 1. I am here for gold chains hanging off of stuff and a little cleavage and flawless melanated skin.
If the gold chains hanging. If the gold chain's hanging, it gotta be real gold, mama. If it's gonna be gold hanging, it gotta be real gold, mama.
If we're back to real, then let's check the labels on Dorit's things, talking about vintage this, vintage that, but everything got stolen and you claim bankruptcy, bitch. So
you know what? I forgot about that.
Let's finish up. Let Curtis finish up her lineup where Garcelle is number 1. Go ahead.
We're giving it to our beautiful Queen Garcelle for number 1. And then number 2, I'm giving it to Crystal. And then number 3, we can give it to Dorit and her knockoff pinup looking situation.
Wow.
Number 4, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give it to Sutton because I like her. And I like her more than Diana, even though I like Diana's Turkish gold dress. And that is a real color gold, y'all. Did you guys watch Dubai when they went to the market last week? That's the same color of the gold. And I don't even remember what Kyle was wearing except for wrinkles.
Ooh.
I'm on one today, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm on one. I'm sorry.
So it was.
I don't even remember the rest of the people. Oh, and Erika.
Erika was last.
In a trash can, insert Erika.
Yeah. Erika was definitely dead last. Gabor, what's your lineup, Gabor, of these outfits?
So it'll be Dorit is number 1. It'll be a tie between Lisa and Garcelle for second and third. And then it will be Kyle. Kyle is number 4. And then the rest of them, I really didn't pay attention to what Crystal had on.
Well, you better go look again, Gabor. And then when you look again, you better put in this chat your new lineup. Don't do that.
I'm about to look at it now.
Crystal was flawless, and I need you to put her up higher on that list. Okay, I'll come back to you, Gabor. Mel, what's your lineup?
Okay, Diva, I'm gonna use your list, but I'm gonna put Lisa and Erika at the bottom, and I'm gonna put Kathy right above them.
Ooh, I forgot about Kathy.
Kathy didn't have nothing on.
But you know what? I like Kathy. I like what Kathy got on better than what Erika had. I think the people at the homeless was getting the teeth done had a better dress than what Erika had on. So I think that's how I'm going to be feeling about that. So I'm loving Miss Diva's list, and then
I thank you for that.
Yeah, Erika's going to be at the bottom. Erika's going to be at the bottom.
I appreciate that. Don, what's your lineup? What's your lineup with these outfits?
Dorit is number 1. I have to put Lisa for number 2. And let's see, Garcelle number 3. And what's her name? Crystal number 4. And let's see, what's the name? The 2 trash bag whores to be at the bottom.
Who's the other four?
Yeah,
Oh,
who's the-
Diana and Erika. Okay. Yeah, both of them are in trash can.
Well,
To the
you know
trash
what?
bag.
I gotta accept y'all list. Everybody in the chat, give me your lineup. And I know one thing: when y'all give the lineup, Dorit better be number 1 and Crystal better be number 2. But I'll look at your lineup. Throw your lineup in the chat there. I'm just trying to tell you. So now we gotta get to this ridiculous situation between Lisa Rinna. Okay, that Kyle started the whole entire thing. She was super messy.
trashy.
Inquiring at a charity event about, what happened between Sutton and Rinna when they was at Renna's house. I mean, she started that mess, and Mauricio, you know what? He was here for the shenanigans too. You know what? There's some messy house husbands, and now Mauricio, and he changed. He used to didn't be in it like this, right? Mauricio and PK are at the top of the list with Peter Thomas as being some of the messiest house husbands that ever lived on these reality TV shows. Messy boots. Him and PK are two peas in a pod. Okay. And what was PK doing? He came to the event and PK had a gift for him. He better hope that gift wasn't stolen and the feds don't come snatch it off his arm. What was it? What did he give Murray?
A gold Versace belt.
Yeah.
He gave him a belt?
But I will say the top messy husband for me will always be Michael Darby from Potomac. That's number 1. And then
well, you know what? I gotta give that to you. You are correct.
Number 1 is him, but then I'm gonna give it to these guys from Beverly Hills and then Patricia from Atlantic Housewives.
Hold on, wait, who was number 1?
Number 1 is gonna be Michael Darby from Potomac, with all his
he's a
lies and bedrooms and all the things. Yeah,
he's problematic. I forgot about him. So wait, hold on. Miss Robin said, Dorit, y'all putting Garcelle up high on the list. Are y'all kidding me right now? Dorit, Garcelle, Crystal, Lisa Rinna, and then the rest. LL. Okay. Y'all friends. You know what? Y'all need to stop this with Garcelle. She had on a jacket and some leggings. Dorit, Garcelle, Crystal. What bottom did Garcelle have on?
I think Garcelle had on.
She had on some pants, but they were like they were fitted. She had on a nice. It was given pleasure principle. She looked nice.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and that deserves second place. Y'all better look at Crystal again. Dorit, Garcelle, Crystal, Rinna, Sutton, Kathy, Kyle, and then Erika.
But to me, I mean, I'm giving her a second place because I feel like that the gold chains really did go well with it. To me, I like all black, and you know what I'm saying. And all black really look good on black people. She looked good to me. She looked good to me. She just didn't look better than Dorit.
She did look good, but second place good. I think y'all do. Y'all like you say, good boy. Y'all putting 10 on 20. Or have you
still put 10 on 20 because Garcelle should be number 2.
Sometimes simple is better. Sometimes simple is better. In this case, it was better to me. I feel like they what's her name? Diana was doing too much.
Well, okay, so good boy, I really need you to look at Crystal's dress. I really need you to pull up Crystal.
It's a commercial on. I'm trying to pull it up right now. It's a commercial on. I doubt I'm gonna be wild. Because I like Crystal. But I doubt I'm gonna be wild.
I love Crystal.
Okay, so now we get to, Kyle starting this whole fight, right? Starting this whole situation. And, Sutton is sitting there Sutton told her, I don't want to talk about it. This is not the place, right? And the poor people from the charity are sitting there oh my God, what's going on? Crystal claims her friends were texting her what the heck is this? Are y'all serious right now? And Lisa Rinna looked at a straight fool. And listen, forgive me. Do I wholeheartedly believe that, this whole way that she was acting was all because she wasn't able to deal with her mother's passing? I wasn't buying it. I felt like she, knew she looked a straight fool and everybody was giving her the side eye. And so then she comes up with something and she starts this crying and she claims that's the reason why she did everything that she did. That's my thought process. Canelo, what did you think about that scene?
I agree with you. The only thing that I will give Lisa, which is Horseface, but I said I wasn't gonna call her that today because the scene when she was talking about Lois did get to me. But what I will give her is she finally, admitted that all of this wasn't about Sutton. It was all about her. So that's the only thing I'm gonna give her. But I'm not giving her anything else because that crying was so fake. I'm sitting here like, child, really? I mean, Alyssa Milano cried better than her, and she can't cry at all. So I'm just sitting up here, Lisa, just take the L. You knew what you did was wrong. I gotta admit, you did apologize. You apologized, but I know you're gonna turn around and do it again next week.
Yeah, it was phony to me. I wasn't falling for it. I don't know. How did you feel about that scene, Mel?
Well, I think that's just one of Lisa's tricks. I think that one time when she was saying that Kim was near death, they caught her they put her in the corner, and she went out crying, said, "I can't do this anymore." Whenever she went up on Kim in Amsterdam, she started crying, and whenever she sent the crazy text, she cried. I mean, that's just one of the things. The woman is crazy. She's unbalanced. Now, the simple fact is, because she's missing her mom, she could be in grief. But Star Jones didn't get a restraining order against her for nothing. She's a crazy lady, and I think that what the simple fact is for me that
I didn't even hear about that.
Oh yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she was on Apprentice, Star Jones said, "Listen, stop texting me 100 times a night. We are not on Trump's show anymore. Leave me alone. Here's a restraining order." That woman is unbalanced. So I think that for me, what the simple fact is, it was stupid. And then we had the group around them saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, honey, it's gonna be fine." Okay, the mom dying, it's true. But the simple fact is, she wanted to produce a scene at that party in front of Melissa Etheridge, who I love. I love her music, and it was very funny when Kat was like, "Who is she? Where did she come from?"
I was gonna say that, Mel. You stole. I was gonna say that.
And she said, "Where did she come?" I said, "Miss Kathy, honey, you giving us Bernice Clifton from Designer Women, always confused about something." But I think that Lisa Rinna was just too much. She was too much, and she tried to produce a scene, it didn't work out, and she had egg on her face, and I think that would have been improvement for that makeup that she usually has up there.
Yeah, I agree with you. Gabor, what did you feel about that scene?
The scene at the house.
Yeah.
I thought that Kyle was classless and disrespectful to Sutton event, and I felt like that if it was anybody else, Sutton would have had something to say about it. I'm surprised PK didn't have nothing to say about it. You know what I'm saying? She made a mockery of the event. She made a mockery of the event, and it's just so crazy to me that nobody called out Kyle. Yes, Garcelle said something in the confessional, but like I said, she's a confessional gangster. She would have never called Kyle out at that table.
I thought she did. I thought she said
she did not. You thought wrong. You thought wrong. And I agree with S Lover. And I agree with S Lover. Sutton, what are you apologizing for? Sutton, you provided the receipt. Your receipt was correct. What are we apologizing for? Girl, I got you off my friend. You was messing with Garcelle. I went on Watching Happens Live and I had my friend back. I got you off my friend point blank in the pit. I'm not apologizing no more. You sit at my table. I didn't sit at yours, and I got the receipt to prove it. I got the receipt to prove it. So what are we apologizing for? But like I said, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know what I'm saying? She wanted Crystal to apologize a certain type of way when Crystal had apologized. I need you to say it. Remember? I need you to say it. Say you won't do it again. Say you won't do it. And now she don't want to do it when Lisa Rinna make her do it. She don't want to do it.
Juanita, thank you so much for the super sticker. It was a fake cry. I felt like it was extremely fake. And you know what? What Garcelle said, everybody, what she said was that, when somebody said who started this, everybody said Kyle did. That's what Garcelle said. She said Kyle started it. But did she really call her out and tell her to knock it off? No. She kind of sat there and it was like, okay, if you really want to say something, you'd be like, you know what, Kyle? Sutton already said she didn't want to talk about it. Shut your mouth and knock it off. But Mauricio, he was also instigating the whole situation. Yeah. He was messy. I'm like, when did he get so messy? Don, how did you feel about this scene?
Mauricio has been messy ever.
You broke up. Did I lose you?
Oh, did you hear me?
Yeah,
No.
no. Now we can hear you. Say it again.
Okay. I said Mauricio has been messy ever since him and Brandy has got into it a few seasons back.
I don't remember that. What happened with those two?
Remember when Brandy was sitting at the Brandy was arguing with somebody and Mauricio started arguing with Brandy?
That was when Yolanda was on. That was when
That was
Yolanda was
because he
on.
was protecting his deal. He was sort of
Yeah,
going after Brandy.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was going
trying to
after
protect
Brandy
his real estate deal
because
with
Brandy
Usman.
had got into it with Adrian.
About the adoption and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes,
American
yes,
City or
I do
something.
remember. Yes. Oh, you know
So this
what?
ain't Mauricio first rodeo. Yeah, but Lisa Rinna, I don't care how much Botox, I don't care how much stuffing you got in your face. You still should be able to produce a tear. She didn't produce one tear, maybe two. But all that crying, all that and people bringing 50, 60 napkins to her to wipe her face with 2 tears. Come on, y'all.
She didn't have
But
no.
though we do have to give her credit. She did cry one tear when Kim gave her that bunny back at the reunion. We got to give it that one.
But Sutton said it. Sutton said when Lisa gets an audience, she performs.
That's why she didn't have enough time for that the eye drops to go in her eye to get the tear down.
Right.
Yeah.
So Lisa had an audience last night, so she performed.
She did. She did. And then you know what, when Sutton read the text that, she sent to Harry, because Lisa gets so ridiculous. Oh, you gotta apologize to you didn't apologize to my husband. And Sutton said, yes, I did. Well, Sutton didn't say it in real time. Sutton said it in the confessional, right? She said, yes, she did. And she read off the text that she sent to Harry. It's like, you know what? She took that all away. Lisa Rinna is dragging this thing out to the bitter end. I had enough of it. And I think that she was being a phony fraud at that event when she tried to cry and all of a sudden blamed it on Lois. Okay. She got Lois up there rolling over in her grave because she lying on Lois. You just got Lois stuff at your house today. But then you should have stayed home if you was that emotional. And can I ask one question? Where is the friend of the show? Where was Cherie?
She had COVID.
I don't know. I think that for that scene, I loved when Sutton pulled out the biography on Lisa Rinna. And that's iconic. That's gonna go down.
Good. Yeah, that was good.
Premier read from Sutton.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I got $3 and I'm not buying none of her dry crying. Okay. None of it's getting bought over here. The only reason she did that is because she realized that Melissa Etheridge found out that she was acting the ass because she didn't care about performing for the rest of the audience.
She didn't.
She did not care. The more the merrier, right? And then when she was freaking going all out, the rest of the audience, little miss, I don't want to do this here. I don't want to do this here.
She was loud.
Well, they get up and go to the bathroom where they do the lines, bitch.
Oh, she did have a lot to say about Dorit when they first came on. Was talking about, I think she do drugs in the
bathroom. So she knows how to get up and go to a bathroom. That's what she should have went, unless she wanted to do it there. But Little Miss did want to do it there, so that's why she pretended to dry cry. I got a dog with dry eye, and it's like having sand in his eye, and he can't produce near a tear, and it's a medical condition, y'all. So she should probably get that.
She can't cry on demand. That's the thing. I'm gonna tell you, my tears were for Lois. It wasn't for her. It was for Lois. Those were my tears for her.
But I didn't like. I couldn't even cry for that because I felt like she was using it so bad. My anger kind of overtook because I did start getting a little choked up, and then I realized this bitch doesn't have any tears. She could have got up and went to the bathroom, and I was just livid that she was using her mom like that to excuse such reprehensible behavior out in public. Now she know Lois taught her better than that.
Come on.
And then we wouldn't have to feel bad. So Lois is a whole separate issue, and she's the one that keeps putting it together for it to be convenient for her actions that she's been doing for a decade.
Okay.
Girl,
And now,
you better
and now
preach.
go ahead.
You better preach it.
Yeah.
To me,
Go ahead.
To me, I'm not questioning the tears. You know what I'm saying? That's just the situation that I just regret. You know, I'm just saying I don't question how she was feeling. Sometimes people can cry and no tears come out. They be all cried out.
Well,
sometimes it may seem ugly. Sometimes it may be awkward. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's real hurt, it probably just come out any type of way.
But why ruin the ladies' party even more? She just cussed the lady out. And the whole cuss out started because she was denying cussing her out the last time she saw her.
Well, she didn't deny
this whole thing. And then instead of just excuse herself, because obviously I'm too hyphy right now. I lost myself for a minute. Let me go gather myself. That's what real people do. Like they take a minute and they might go gather themselves and then come back when they're not.
She didn't get a chance to because Kyle kept on digging in.
She didn't get up, Gabor. She didn't get up. Her leg's not broken.
Look, come on now.
But what's gonna really piss me off is
hold on one second, Curtis. Go ahead, Don.
What's really gonna piss me off is Lisa is going to use this same excuse at the reunion. She's going to use her mom to weasel out of everything she did this season to everybody. She's going to use her mom for tweeting about black people. She's going to use her mom about saying all that stuff to and about Sutton. She's going to use their mom about saying all that stuff about Garcelle. And nobody's going to hold her accountable. I'm going to hope.
No, not this time.
I'm going to hope Garcelle, what she tweeted the other day, I'm going to hope she comes ready. And I'm going to hope Sutton comes ready.
Me too.
And I'm going to hope Andy holds her accountable. And not that little laughing matter that he did other day on Watch What Happens Live.
It's funny to him. It's funny.
But you know what, Don? You don't hold on tight to your seat because Garcelle, I saw that tweet where she's talking about I got questions too. Yeah. Come on, stop, Garcelle. Stop. We already know that, you know what? She doesn't say anything in real time. She's a confessional gangster. And then when she gets at the reunion, at least the first reunion, we saw she went mute. I will be shocked if she really steps up at the reunion. And I will give her due credit if she does, but I don't think she's going to.
She ain't.
Mm-mm.
Well, let's just say those other two times she had the real. This time she don't have it, so let's see.
Like Sugar said, Sutton might, but Garcelle ain't. Listen, it depends on who it is. Garcelle, I'm telling y'all, Garcelle don't want none of Erika Jane.
No, she don't.
Garcelle don't want none of Erika Jane. Even when she was trying to, y'all say that she read Garcelle down last year. I mean, on that episode that's gonna come up next week, she even said that real running. I don't have to make you look bad, Erika. You do it all on your own because she know Erika coming back. She know Erika coming back, and she know how Erika gonna come.
I can't wait to hear what she says.
But see, the thing is,
we're talking about the sun. We talking about the sun. That's where we going. We going straight to the sun. I'm talking about me and drinking, baby. Look, just because your son was over there on what he was on, that's you and your son.
I thought
leave me up out of it.
Kids, but I thought we wasn't talking about kids. And
that's a grown man. That's a grown man.
Erika's son that she don't like talked about. So what?
Listen, if we bring it up, we is bringing them up. I didn't say that we talk about kids. I talk about kids. I talk about kids.
They have an agreement, no kids and no husband.
Baby, keep them at home then. Keep them at home.
Oh my God.
But I don't understand why all the rules that usually apply to all the other people go out the window when we're dealing with Garcelle.
What rule?
Could it be?
Oh. Okay, so you know what?
What's the rules?
We're going to talk about
kids, the rules about not talking. She ain't got no husband, but the rules about not talking about the men's, you know.
Who kid was talked about before? Nobody talked about anybody's child. She had cussed at the child. She did not cuss the child out. Y'all put 20 on 10. Okay.
No.
She cussed out the child.
She did not cuss. When you cuss out a child, you
cussing out somebody.
when you
Wait a
cuss out a
minute.
child,
Let me
call
tell
the
you where
child
you're
a
wrong.
name.
Let me tell you where
When
you're
you
wrong.
call it,
Let
when
me
you
tell
cuss
you
out
where
a
you're
child, you
wrong.
call the child a
Let me
B
tell you
word.
where you're wrong. She said Garcelle's kids was well spoken and behaved well. She never said that about Kyle's kids. She never said that about Dorit's kids. She never said that about any other kids on that show. Why would you say that about Garcelle's kids?
Because that's what you say about Black people when you're doing microaggressions on their ass, because you don't
Exactly. Exactly.
That's what happens. So
Them kids is at an adult party, and she was comparing them to the adults that was at the party.
No. See, you giving her a pass.
I'm not giving her
a
no pass. If I felt that she had harmed that child, I would say it. But you know, she was.
No, because Kyle's daughter's been at adult parties.
Well,
has it been at a party? Just an adult party, though?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Where? When?
At Kyle's house.
It was kids there too, though.
No,
can I throw this in there? Kyle's daughter probably has been at adult parties that had food, so when the people was drinking, the drinking was kind of neutralized by the food. So Garcelle got
y'all gotta start with the Garcelle not having food.
Wait, hold on, guys. Garcelle got to take a portion of this hit because you threw a whole party.
Don't cuss my kid out. Period. Control your mouth.
Yeah, but she was drunk, right? So Garcelle threw a whole party with no food, no finger food, no potato chips, no peanuts. Okay,
no
even
hot dogs, no burgers.
That's why at the bars, just in case people can't afford food, they may not do it anymore. They used to put a bowl of peanuts up there so you can have something to put on your stomach instead of just this alcohol, right? So Garcelle had 0 appetizers at this birthday party, okay? And so that's why she has to take a part of this. She got to take a little heat for the people being drunk and, coming out of their mouth with the kids around, okay?
Being drunk and giving racist microaggressions are 2 entirely different things. She gets no passes for it.
I mean, at what point could we even give a compliment, to somebody that you know what I'm saying? She can't even compliment the kids.
When she compliments everybody's kids about being well behaved.
She didn't say that they were well behaved. She said that they were at the party. They were not on their phones and stuff like most teenagers were. Though she said that those teenagers blended in with the party. They weren't acting like most teenagers. She did not say they was well behaved.
And she said that way before she said what she said to Jax. She said this to, I think it was Dorit and Crystal, when she was sitting on the couch. This was way before she got plastered. She said all of that. And nobody else's kids, I'm not going to say they're bad or anything, but nobody says anything good to say because they're either on their phones, they're not paying attention, they're, not conversing with, with other people. They're just blah.
Garcelle children are biracial. She don't even call her kids Black. So listen, it's not even about that though. Y'all are trying to make it a black and white issue because she said that to these kids. These kids are biracial. She don't even consider the kids Black. She considered them biracial. Okay, I'm not saying that she did not cuss at the child. We all heard cuss at the child. But for me, when you say that somebody cussed a child out, they don't call their child out their name. All she told the child was to get the F out of here. I have heard worse.
Ask her officer's son, are her kids Black?
Well, I mean, it would be compared to what their mama say though, right?
No, ask her officer's son, are her kids Black? If you pull them over.
Well, it don't matter what the officer's son say. They're biracial.
Yeah, no, but ask her officer kid's son when he pull him over and give him a ticket. Is he gonna put biracial or Black?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And that's the end of that for me.
Okay, so let's back this up a little bit, right? Because I think go ahead, Mel.
Not to cut you off, I was going to say I wanted to not to touch this issue. I was going to go. For me, I think that we were talking about what people might end up doing when they get to a reunion, like Lisa and Rinna. And I want to focus on actually Kyle, because for me, she's giving me a little Dorinda this season. I remember a couple of years ago, not the drunk Dorinda. God knows.
Okay.
But I'm saying that when Dorinda was sort of helping Luann when her husband was cheating on her and they was exposing her all the time, and she was trying to be nosy and stuff like that. I feel like what Kyle is doing is planning for the reunion when they go, Kyle, you were nosy this season. Every time we got in the scene, you were going around and you were spreading lies, and you or you were doing messiness stuff like that. I think that she's doing that on purpose. I think she's doing it just so she can look like that kind of, person who's just sort of the bone collector, basically. And I think she's doing a bad job at it. I think she's annoying. She's I don't know, it's just very annoying to me. And I don't see how anybody in the cast would take her seriously. Anytime she shows up and asks a question, I would act like I don't hear her. Because what she's going to do is take it right to the other side of the group and say, and she's not even going to tell it to them in the correct way. She's going to mess it up and butcher it all the time. So I just don't. Kyle she does telephone terribly. We have 2022. She played telephone like we in 1910. Like she just simply, I would not talk to her. I would not take her seriously. As soon as she show up and want to ask a question, I say, I'm very busy right now. I can't talk to you.
Exactly, Mel. It's getting old because what's happening is they already got the cheat code. She done been on the show since the beginning of, you know what I'm saying? Since it started. So now they already have a cheat code. She don't really have to give, Kyle doesn't really have to give anything to the storyline as long as she's being messy. We don't know what's going on in her household. Only thing that we know is that they got COVID. Okay? We have no storyline coming from Kyle.
Oh, I heard you said they had Coke. They got COVID.
Yeah. Only thing that we know about what's going on in her situation is that her family got COVID. She said that everybody in their house had COVID. But she doesn't have a storyline. All she's doing is being messy.
Yeah, and wait a minute, they got COVID and they got weed, obviously, because every time Mauricio shows up, he is buzzed. He is having a good time, and he's doing come on.
Mauricio he's being messy. He's making sure his wife keeps her check. So listen. We're going about to wrap this up, but let me throw this out in the atmosphere, right? Because I think that people are getting the feeling that we're hating on Garcelle. Not at all. But we gotta when we have these discussions, we gotta hear both sides, and maybe we're not all going to agree all the time, but we gotta agree to disagree. And sometimes I think that when there's situations. Sometimes we got to dig a little deeper. Sometimes we don't have to dig deeper. We should just take the situation for what it is. Drunk people can get a little slippery and messy with their mouth sometimes. I don't think, but this is just my thoughts. You don't have to agree with me. I don't think that intentionally Erika was wanting to curse Garcelle's son out. She was messing with the older son, number one, right? She was messing with him, and he was here for the shenanigans. Because when Garcelle told him to get up, he sat there, but he's grown. He could do what he wanted to do. So he was enjoying the flirtation and everything that was going on between him and Erika, right? So now the young son comes back to get the flowers, and she's playing games again because she's already pissy drunk, okay? And somebody said a drunk mind speaks a sober heart. I can get with that because a lot of people say that. But y'all got to tell me, what do y'all think that she was truly trying to say so malicious to this young boy?
Yeah, I'm 100% going to disagree that she said that because the boy was black or biracial or whatever you want to call it. I do not agree that she said that to that boy because he was black. You see, I believe that she was saying she said it. She would have said it to anybody who was there.
Okay, so I would say this. Oh, go ahead, Camille.
What I was going to say is what Erika did is when they finished with Oliver, when she kept flirting with Oliver, Jax came over and she was telling him to get the F out of here. And if you heard before you get in trouble, she was saying she was going to start flirting with him because it came out. A producer actually said in a letter saying that that's what was happening, that she was being, she was flirting with him too. So that's why they took him out of there. So that we didn't, if y'all heard at the end when she said, get the F out of here before you get in trouble, that's what she was meaning. She wasn't saying it because he was black. She wasn't saying it it was a joke that just went wrong, and it was a distasteful joke that she shouldn't have been doing with a minor. Point blank, period.
Okay, so for me, all I'll say is this: I don't give Erika much grace because I liked her when she first got there, but I just don't like that she is so she's so blindsided when it comes to decisions she has made in her life. She chose the husband, she chose to drink, she chose to do everything she's mad about. She made the choices herself. So that being said, that's why I don't personally like the lady. But that being said, I think that she's miserable. And I think that she's just a miserable person. She's a mean old drunk, basically. And but do I think that she's a racist drunk? I don't have evidence to that fact right now. I just think that she's miserable, and I think that that's what I think. I think that she's just a miserable lady. She's messy, and she needs to own that instead of being so defensive. That's what I think about her.
So wait, hold on one second. So Esther, I did not catch this. So are you saying that she said to Oliver that he had a baby mama, and Diana's son, she said, did he have a wife?
Oh,
Like
I don't. What? Huh?
I didn't catch that she said that to Oliver.
She did say baby mama to him.
Oh,
Yeah, she did say baby
Oh
mama.
wow, I didn't.
That's when they checked her and said no wife, and that's when she said, "Oh, well, tell your wife let's have a threesome." Now Erika did.
Well, that's messy.
Yeah,
I didn't catch that.
And Erika did.
But we're gonna give her another pass.
No, we're
See,
not.
don't do that, Don.
No, we're
But
not
that
done.
one, wait.
No, we not.
So no, now I'm going to go
actually
with
hit
that
on Diana.
But it wouldn't be. The difference is that the difference is that Diana's son does not have any children,
And that's the difference. But he did have a girlfriend, and she hit on him.
but she doesn't have any children, so there would be no need for her to call her a baby mama or whatever.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's like y'all are comparing apples and oranges. Oliver's wife had 3 kids before him, and she got a baby with him. Diana's son does not have children, so there would be no need for her to call her a baby mama. She would have had to say wife.
Well, she still shouldn't call
Or girlfriend.
Garcelle's, son, baby. She should never use that term at all. No.
You correct, Mel. But look. She jumped on Diana's son until she found out he had a girlfriend, and we got to remember he's young too. Oliver was 30. This boy was 21, and then she tried to jump on Jack. So, and he's 16.
Jumping everybody. Oh Lord.
All right. I mean, this, you know what? We're gonna have to. This could be a whole other conversation because S Lover is saying no. Erika said, "Tell your baby mama that after she was told he had a wife."
Right.
That brings a different dynamic to the situation.
And let me say one more thing. One more thing. She also told Lonnie Love that you people and rubbed her skin are the only people that get me.
I do remember that.
I think, that's why Lonnie and Adrian said they were not really paying attention to her. And whenever she came around, they always walked away from her. Gotcha.
But I'll give her another pass.
No,
See, Don, you say
I feel like that y'all are trying to make. I feel like that y'all are trying to make everything racial. You know what I'm saying? It was clear and evident that when the stuff had came out with Erika Jayne, a lot of white bloggers was dragging Erika Jayne. A lot of black bloggers did not. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black people always give people grace and the benefit of the doubt, and people was not dragging her like that, but the white people were. I mean, that's just the truth.
I didn't drag her, but I knew.
But she did say that. She did say that.
Yeah,
you do get. I mean, are you saying that she could have said black people or African American? She didn't have to say you people. I mean, I just feel like I just think that at this point, I think, like I said before on my channel, I feel like that I don't think that we have come as far as we think we have, because it seems like any little thing that somebody says, it could be taken as a microaggression or racism or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like now we're going to dissect every little thing she has said on this show to make her be painted as this racist, and I just don't agree with that.
But I was going to say, Ms. Diva, your comment section is educating me right now, because I literally don't know about all these different little zingers that Miss Erika's saying.
We're going to point out every little thing that she's saying.
I'm seeing it. But I think
hold on one second. Let me just throw this out there too. I think it seems like it's always going to be hard to mix a cast, right? Because every time we mix a cast, we run into these problems. It's like if somebody says something, then instead of it just being a argument between ladies or something that someone says, it goes down this wicked winding road of automatically the person is racist. I was in my local Walmart the other day. I ran into someone that was not of the same culture as me. We was having a really great conversation, and she said to me, you know what? She said, years ago, when people said somebody was racist, it meant something. You looked and was like, really, that person was racist. Now it has gotten so watered down that literally anything that comes out your mouth, it automatically, they throw that tag on you that you are racist. And I really, I connected with her. We had a really great conversation. And I think it's so true. It's like, how do we mix the cast and say, let's have everybody play in the sandbox together? But then you got to tiptoe around the people in the cast, because if you dare say something, then it's going to be looked at a certain way. I think when Garcelle came out from the gate and said that, people are not going to be able to say anything to her because Black Twitter will get them, I think that set a tone right there that wasn't going to go over well. I think Erika was drunk. I think, yes, that people say, when you a drunk what is it, mind speaks a sober heart, or whatever that saying is, right? I do believe that is true, but I also do believe this too. I don't know that on purpose she was trying to just say what she said to Garcelle's younger son, right? The older son, I have to go back and watch it. I didn't realize what she said, but when she went to Diana's house, now Diana's girlfriend, son's girlfriend, I believe she's mixed also, right? The girlfriend. So, I mean, I don't know. This is a conversation that can go in a whole lot of directions. I know it can get very passionate. I don't disagree that people can come out their mouth sideways. Somebody put in a comment about Kathy, what Kathy said about Lizzo. Let me tell you this. One day, because Steve Harvey does Family Feud, right? And they asked him a question one time about the cost of milk. He had no idea how much milk costs, and he said, because I don't have to know, because I don't even go food shopping, right? So my thing is that sometimes people live a very, I'm gonna say, for lack of a better word, sheltered life. So everything that comes out their mouth is not necessarily because they are racist or whatever. It could be just because that's not the life that they live. So Kathy, I don't think that Kathy lives in a world that's similar to ours. She's a Hilton. So do I think just because someone is popular to us that Kathy would necessarily know that person? I don't think so.
She didn't even know Melissa Etheridge. I was going to say
sure
that.
did.
Right.
So what I would say is this too. I agree. The racist word is a hard word, but let's just say this. Let's say people are not Ku Klux Klan, no, and everybody's in that league. But let's just say that you're ignorant. Let's just say that you're messy. Let's just say that you're mean. That's what I would give to Erika. She's mean, messy, and ignorant, basically. So because you can use words that are not appropriate. Don't call nobody a baby mama if that's not what they, don't do that kind of stuff. Now, mind you, this audience is teaching me about what she said because I missed some of these things. But I would never label the lady that. But I would say she's ignorant. That she don't know that she puts on airs that because she was married to a very popular lawyer that she's more intelligent than maybe she is, but she's ignorant, she's messy, and she's mean. That's who she is.
Right. Yes, and Diva, I want to be clear. I never said that Erika was racist.
Right.
No.
Erika needs to be held accountable. All of them do. When you use these type of words. You can have a mixed cast, but we live in a world where there are Black people, white people, people of all colors. You can't say what you want to say and think it's okay. Point blank, period. You need to be held accountable when you say something.
Right.
That's irresponsible.
Right. And you know what, on that note, I don't disagree with you at all. And and when I said that, I wasn't saying necessarily you, but everybody now throws out the word, they're racist. This one is racist. This one is racist. And I'm just saying that, could it be, that, they're not racist, but they just ignorant to certain things for whatever particular reason. And I'm not saying, that I am right. I'm just kind of throwing it out there
Yeah, I
for
understand. Yeah.
conversational
I just feel like
purposes.
I just feel like it's coming to a point where we just dissecting any little thing that somebody's saying, anything could be turned into a microaggression. Even with the whole Crystal has been Garcelle's biggest cheerleader on the show, but even when she was using the word and said, I know it's a big word, all of a sudden Crystal was going against Garcelle. You know what I'm saying? You just can't even say anything now. I don't think that, you know what I'm saying? It's just every little thing that we talk about is just being dissected because now we have two minorities on the show. But really,
Right.
nobody really cares about what's going on with Crystal. It's all about Garcelle.
Right.
That's just the truth. I'm not being funny.
No,
I'm just
it's
saying.
true. No,
It's
I
just the
know
truth.
you
Nobody
being
really
funny.
cares about what's going
That's
on
true. That's
against
why
Crystal.
I'm laughing, because it is true. You were right. That's
Any
why
little
I'm
thing that we
laughing.
say nowadays, anything that somebody says to Garcelle, it could be always taken as a backhanded compliment. And I just don't live my life like that. You know what I'm saying? I do not think that Erika, and I said it to the end of time, I don't think that Erika was coming at the boy because he was black or biracial. I think that she would have said it to any kid that was right there. Cornelia was right. She said, get the F on out of here before you get in trouble. That's what she said. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I done been told to go to the room many a times when there was adults in the living room. You get what I'm saying? So, like I'm just saying, it's just we dissecting every little thing.
But I'm
And
saying
it's becoming not fun. It's becoming not fun. Nobody even want to watch the show anymore because every little thing that happens is like we're going to dissect it. You get what I'm saying? It's totally, it's just ruining the show to me.
So maybe
It really is. Go ahead. Who was trying to
I was gonna say maybe we should kick off Erika. Maybe Erika can go.
No, because I'm gonna say this. Erika is, and I know a lot of people don't know this, but she is biracial as well.
She is.
And, yes.
Wow.
You could be biracial and not be black.
Right.
Well, I know that. I know
I'm
that.
just joking.
Okay.
She's Ecuadorian and white,
understand.
so she's biracial as well. Okay. But what I was gonna say is, when she made that statement, I instantly knew she wasn't being racist, and she didn't cuss Jax out. I knew where she was going. I knew it was a joke that fell flat, that should have never been said, and it was in poor taste. I've always said that, and I maintain what I said. Erika she's drunk and she doesn't need to drink. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna drink, please drink responsibly and don't take your pills with you when you drink, so you can be conscious of what you're saying, so you don't put your foot in your mouth every time that you go around and do something to somebody else. Because she did it to Crystal. She told Crystal she can't eat no chicken tender. So I'm just.
Listen, you know what? I add this to the conversation too, that on Married to Medicine, even with Dr. Eugene, the way he went on Dr. Karen, it's just like, you know what? It's like, guys, we can all, get along. We can all live together. Sometimes it's just I'm just having a fight with you. I'm pissed at you. It has nothing to do with what you look like in the color of your skin. I'm pissed at you. You pissed me off, and that's why I said what I said. Okay? And it's no deeper than that. I said what I said because I'm pissed at you right now, and that's the bottom line. So we kind of, as we normally do, we kind of went off topic here, but it's all good. I mean, it's a good conversation to have. I think that, I think though too, we're really going to have to think about this. Like Gabor said, like, we can't even have fun anymore. Is no one allowed to say anything to you because you're different? You look different than the rest of the cast. And then when they do say something to you, we're going to call it XYZ and make everybody feel bad. So now you can run around these streets and say whatever you want. But the minute someone says something to you, we're going to turn it into something different. Listen, let's be clear. Garcelle throws her mud too.
Yeah.
She throws her mud too, but she kind of could get away with it because if someone says something to her, it may get twisted into something else.
I was gonna say this one thing. Lisa Rinna had a what is it? One of those crazy shirts on from Germany. You remember that crazy Holocaust or whatever that Nazi.
She had a swastika.
Oh right, yeah.
Okay. So no, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. I'm just saying. Lisa Rinna had that, but she still participated in the show. Nobody's really doing that. What I'm saying is, we have a show full of white women, and it's not like everybody on it. It's not like the reviews always picking apart every single cast member. But me personally, I enjoy actually going after Erika a little bit because that's not my favorite character, so that's the one I like to focus on. But I don't think that she's a racist. Well, as I said, I think she's ignorant. But other ladies on the show also listen. Diana, my God, she has some things to say in on her thing. We're not dragging her all the time. I think for me, it's not about what they say all the time. It's not about them being white and every time they say something that we have to sort of crucify them because all those ladies have problems. Is what I'm trying to say. All those ladies have slip ups and ignorance and things. For me, I think sometimes the audience enjoys, picking on Erika because she's so messy. So for me personally, I don't see Erika as being a hot button issue as that we are taking up, that because everything she says is racism or whatever. I just think that she's annoying to me and to a lot of people. So we like to talk about her. But on Bravo, there's so many different things happening on Southern Charm and other places that we don't always talk about all the time. But for me personally, I don't talk about race all the time myself. I think only with Beverly Hills, I will focus on Erika. But I see Garcelle. I mean, I see Crystal. Excuse me. I see Cal. I see Lisa Rinna. I see all the ladies. Even last year, people were saying things about Dorit and how she was talking about stuff. But I put that to the side. I don't think everything people do is racist. I just like to talk about Erika. That's it.
I know it doesn't seem like they do our mail, but what I'm speaking to is the viewers. You know what I'm saying? It seems like any spat that Garcelle has had on this show, it has been turned into racism simply because she's black. And like Diva said, Garcelle has threw rocks and hidden her hand as well. You know what I'm saying?
She does.
That is, and she has used that card.
Mm-hmm.
She has.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think when Garcelle gets in an argument, she needs to get the business like everybody else.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm saying. And that's what, and I think that was. See, John, you speaking my language because I'm just being real. If I was one of the white girls on the show, Garcelle wouldn't be able to come at me, and I'm not gonna say nothing. That's with anybody.
No. She need to get the business like everybody else, but they need to bring Kim back to give Lisa the business.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And another thing I want to say before we go, I want to say the thing about what Lisa was saying. Lisa was correct in what she was saying, but she didn't have to involve the Dubai girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
She was 100% correct in what she's saying. It's like Garcelle can say whatever she wants to us, but when we say something to Garcelle, all of a sudden we racist. Now go by Dubai. She didn't have to say the Dubai stuff, but people want to focus on the Dubai stuff because they don't want to hear Lisa's message.
Right.
Just people don't like Lisa Rinna. It's the same thing with Erika. We don't like them. We'd like to just drag them.
Right. So wait a minute. So Apple Candy folks says, so crystal disorder is serious, but what Black women going through on Atlanta Housewives, they should get over it, right?
We're not saying that.
What they going through on Atlanta?
I don't know, because they're getting paid. So here's the thing, guys. Again, this is one of those days where the conversation could be a whole show in and of itself. I think it's a serious conversation that, all of us may need to get together and have one day, especially because I think sometimes we focus on one little piece and we miss the conversation and the message because we want to stay stuck on one little piece. Here's the thing, and I think Apple Candy, you're talking about the message we had the other day when it came to Nene, right?
What happened?
It came to Nene. Well, the whole thing was, about supporting Nene, and Nene got done dirty when she was over at Bravo. Let's be clear. A lot of times what happens too is everybody wants to be out there doing their thing and looking out for themselves, right? When they on the top. But then when they fall down, they want to call the whole Black community, like, why aren't you standing behind the Black sister? Why aren't you standing behind this person? Well, why didn't they pull us up when they was at the top? When they was at the top, they wasn't thinking about us. They didn't want to pull us up there with them. But now that they have fallen, we got to go gather the troops and everybody we know to stand behind them to support a Black sister. And then if we don't, then we dead wrong. But I can't go down this road with y'all today because we're going to be here forever. We about to close this thing out. I'm going to go around the room and you say your final words and we're going to move on. So, Don, what's your final words?
Let's do a hot topic night one night.
We're gonna have to.
She did say that.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to, but go ahead.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Okay, that's it. Okay, so we a hot topic night. Yeah. So maybe we have to talk, Gabor, see where we're gonna do it at. But we gotta do a hot topic night. But go ahead, Gabor. What's your final words?
Dorit slayed the girls last night.
Yes, you did.
That's my the episode was boring to me. You know what I'm saying? Dorit slayed the girls like last night, and that was it.
That was it. But let me tell you this, Gabor. Put it on my community page in this chat or something. But you better go back and look and
I just looked at it. I mean, she next to Erika.
Who, Crystal?
Yeah, she down there with Erika.
Oh my God!
I mean, it was boring. It was boring, Diva. It was boring. That's probably why I forgot about it.
Oh, oh fine.
Your boy ain't got no sense.
I cannot even do this with you tonight. And it's a Thursday. I can't.
You know, you had me going back to look at it. I'm looking at it while we on the live, and you had me going back and looking at it like it was about to be something spectacular.
It was.
Who was that? That said it was.
You know who it was.
Mel, what's your final word? What's your final words, Mel?
My final words is that I'm going to need Miss Kathy Hilton to go see Daniel Amen to get her head scanned so she can fix her memory and she can be more lucid and understand where she's sitting, because every time she shows up, she's confused about what she's eating, who she's seeing, who's singing, what they're talking about. She don't know if it's a sister, if it's a friend. It was hysterical. That was the favorite part for me. She said, "Who is she? Where did she come from?"
That tickled me.
Come on now. I just laughed. She said she didn't know Miss Melissa Etheridge coming down. She said, "What? She was upstairs all the whole time. She was listening to you crazy birds downstairs all day, just arguing and fighting, and she come down singing her good song." It was very funny, very funny. I'm hoping she don't turn into something crazy, you know, what Lisa Rinna said she is. But in that moment, I was just.
Can I say something, Diva?
Yes, of course.
See, this is what I'm saying, though. Now, see, because I don't like y'all letting Kathy get away with this stuff. Now, see, when Kim was acting like that, Kim had to be on drugs. Every time Kim did anything, it was drugs. You know what I'm saying? But because Kathy is married to a Hilton, all of a sudden she could get passes, and it's drugs.
I feel great.
I did get my DG a head scan.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Black Swan, thank you so much for the super sticker. I truly appreciate it. You know what? Don't do that. Leave Kathy alone. Kathy is a Hilton. Can you imagine being a Hilton? You're darn near 90% of your life. Okay. I mean, she got married to her husband. What? She was in her 20s. Kathy don't know nothing but money. Okay. Who is that? Listen, the woman that helped her in her house for years, she didn't even know her name. She said the lady. The lady. Call the lady and tell her to bring me my bag and my shoes and my clothes and my drink. Okay. She called her the lady. So Kathy is not good with names. She don't know who people, you know, who they are. And that's why she said, "Who is that?" That's why she didn't know who Lizzo was. They said no excuse for Kathy. Go ahead, Camilla. Close your face.
And she even said Garcelle looked like Kyle.
Kyle like Kyle. That's right.
Come on, y'all.
She need her head scan. Come on.
But anyway,
I think that is trying to be funny. I don't think that she meant that at all. I mean, Garcelle is a tall, beautiful black woman. Kyle is a short, beautiful Jewish woman. You know what I'm saying? They don't even look nowhere near each other. You know what I'm saying?
No, they don't.
I mean,
that was low.
Now look, I ain't going to disagree with Gabor on that, because you know she may be in Lisa's pill bag, so who knows? She might.
Maybe she's in her daughters. You know, who never know.
All right, now Camilla, close this thing out. Close it out, Camilla.
So I enjoyed the episode. I did not like what Lisa did. My tears were only for Lois. And for those of you who was asking about Erika is Hispanic and white. I know Ecuadorian is not a race. I know it's a country. I know. But she came out and said this on the show. You guys will have to go back. I think it was either last season or the season before when she said this. So, the show was good. I loved it. I can't wait till they drag Lisa and see Erika get what she deserves. That's all I'm saying.
Camilla, can you explain your shirt?
You know what, Gabor, get off this line. Get off this line.
Listen, good boy like to start fast. He like to start fast.
He is being messy, and he know he's being messy.
You talking about get off? I don't know what you mean. You gotta.
Listen, guys. Good night. Love you guys. What's tomorrow? Friday. Tomorrow night at 8:00, I might be doing an interview. We shall see if the interview comes through. But if so, I'll see you tomorrow.
You looked good this last Friday. You that's why that girl didn't show. Well, whatever. That's why they didn't show up, because they didn't know. They knew you was gonna slay her. Like, she didn't know you was gonna slay her like that. She probably looked on the camera and said, "I'm not getting on there with this girl, and she about to eat me up like that."
Tomorrow night's an interview. Saturday is the Diva Choice Awards at 3 p.m. Be there. We got a original artist, rap artist coming through. She created an original song for us. So I hope to see you there. 3 p.m. on Saturday, tomorrow night at 8. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.